What if the Edmonton Oilers never traded Taylor Hall? Remember when Taylor Hall was supposed to be the face of the Edmonton Oilers that was traded to the New Jersey Devils straight up for Adam Larsson? Well, in this what if scenario, I examined what would happen if the Edmonton Oilers never traded Taylor Hall. With Taylor Hall still on the Oilers, that means the Oilers don't sign Milan Lucic. He signs with the New Jersey Devils. The Edmonton Oilers make a few trades. The Edmonton Oilers trade Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Justin Schultz. The Edmonton Oilers trade Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Justin Schultz to the New Jersey Devils for Damon Severson, Pavel Zacha, and a first-round pick in 2016. The Edmonton Oilers also trade Oscar Klefbom, Patrick Maroon, Anton Slepyshev, and a first-round pick in 2021 to the Carolina Hurricanes for Elias Lindholm and Noah Hanifin. Teddy Purcell and Benoit Pouliot are traded to the Colorado Avalanche for Blake Comeau and a third-round pick in 2016. Andre Sekera is traded to the Vegas Golden Knights for a third-round pick in 2017 and a third-round pick in 2019. The Edmonton Oilers acquired Josh Anderson and Dean Kukin from the Columbus Blue Jackets for Nail Yakupov and a third-round pick in 2017. The Edmonton Oilers don't sign Chris Russell, he signs with the St. Louis Blues. Some other trades make some trades as well. The Shea Weber PK Subban blockbuster trade between Montreal and Nashville still occurs. The New Jersey Devils also trade Adam Henrique, John Moore, and Miles Wood to the Dallas Stars for Devin Short, Jason Dickinson, and a second-round pick in 2017. New Jersey Devils trade Travis Zajac to the Vancouver Canucks for Jared McCann, Jake Virtanen, and a second-round pick in 2017. Ottawa Senators acquired Matt Duchene and Mikhail Bodker from the Colorado Avalanche for Kyle Turris, Mike Hoffman, and a first-round pick in 2017. The Ottawa Senators acquired Sammy Vatanen and Carl Hagelin from the Anaheim Ducks for Cody Ceci, Curtis Lazar, and a first-round pick in 2016. Ottawa Senators don't trade for Derek Brassard, so they keep Mika Zibanejad. This means the New York Rangers keep Derek Brassard for a time being. At the 2016 draft, the Oilers make a trade. They trade picks 4 and 11 to the Arizona Coyotes for picks 7, 20, and a first-round pick in 2017. Changes in the 2016 draft. Vancouver Canucks select Mikhail Sergachev, Montreal Canadiens select Oli Julevi, Anaheim Ducks select Michael McLeod, Carolina Hurricanes select Charlie McAvoy, Boston Bruins select Jacob Chichurin, Detroit Red Wings select Jake Bean, Chicago Blackhawks select Dylan Dubé, and the Calgary Flames select Carl Grundstrom. The Edmonton Oilers select Clayton Keller and Dennis Cholowski in the 2016 draft. Arizona Coyotes select Jesse Puljujarvi and Logan Brown in the 2016 draft. A 3-team trade is made between the Chicago Blackhawks, Tampa Bay Lightning, and New York Islanders. Chicago Blackhawks get Tyler Johnson, Adam Pelech, Ryan Strome, and a first-round pick in 2019. Tampa Bay Lightning get Brock Nelson, Nicholas Jarmelson, and Andrew Shaw. New York Islanders get Jonathan Toews, Jonathan Marchessault, and Andre Schuster. Another 3-team trade is made between the Edmonton Oilers, Toronto Maple Leafs, and Winnipeg Jets. Edmonton Oilers get Tyler Bozak and Joel Armia. Toronto Maple Leafs get Tyler Myers and Drake Caggiula. Winnipeg Jets get Connor Brown, Michael Grabner, Scott Harrington, a first-round pick in 2017, and a second-round pick in 2018. New York Islanders re-sign Kyle Oposo, and the Ottawa Senators re-sign Mikhail Bodker. The Pittsburgh Penguins still end up winning the Stanley Cup in 6 games over the Nashville Predators. Since Jonathan Marchessault is no longer a member of the Florida Panthers, the Vegas Golden Knights will need to select a different player, so the Golden Knights end up selecting Jason Demers from the Florida Panthers. At the 2017 draft, the Rangers trade Derek Stepan to the Arizona Coyotes for a first-round pick in 2017. Changes in the 2017 draft. Philadelphia Flyers select Elias Pettersson, Vancouver Canucks select Nolan Patrick, San Jose Sharks select Robert Thomas, Edmonton Oilers select Pierre-Olivier Joseph, Montreal Canadiens select Shane Bowers, Nashville Predators select Klim Kostin, Vegas Golden Knights select Alexandre Texier, Columbus Blue Jackets select Maxim Comtes, Anaheim Ducks select Fabian Sutherland, Colorado Avalanche select Kale McCarr and Eli Tolvanen in the 2017 draft, St. Louis Blues select Ryan Poling and Nicholas Hague in the 2017 draft. Edmonton Oilers trade Jordan Eberle, Matt Benning, and a second-round pick in 2019 to the Detroit Red Wings for Thomas Tatar and P.Mrazek. Edmonton Oilers also trade Kyler Yamamoto, Laurent Brossoit, and a third-round pick in 2018 to the Dallas Stars for Cody Eakin, Jamie Oleksiak, and a second-round pick in 2018. Edmonton Oilers acquired Travis Hamonic from the New York Islanders for a first-round pick in 2018 and a second-round pick in 2020. The New York Rangers trade Ryan McDonough and JT Miller to the Tampa Bay Lightning for Jonathan Drouin, Labor Hayak, Brett Howden, and a second-round pick in 2018. If the Lightning make it to the conference finals, the second-round pick becomes a first-round pick. The New York Rangers also trade Henrik Lundqvist and Dan Girardi to the Calgary Flames for Dougie Hamilton, Alex Chiasson, and a first-round pick in 2018. Ottawa Senators trade Dion Phaneuf to the Boston Bruins for David Backes. Ottawa Senators also trade Zach Smith and Tom Pyatt to the Anaheim Ducks for Matt Calvert and a third-round pick in 2018. Colorado Avalanche trade Kyle Turris to the Nashville Predators for Sam Girard, Kyle Yarncroc, and a second-round pick in 2018. The LA Kings trade Tyler Toffoli and Tanner Pearson to the Florida Panthers for Nick Bjugstad and Dennis Malgin. New Jersey Devils also trade Jake Virtanen and Justin Schultz to the Minnesota Wild for Alex Tuch and Jonas Brodin. A 3-team trade is made between the New York Islanders, Toronto Maple Leafs, and LA Kings. New York Islanders get JVR, Jeff Carter, Brayden McNabb, and a first-round pick in 2018. Toronto Maple Leafs get John Tavares and Jake Muzzin. LA Kings get Jake Gardiner, William Nylander, and Anthony Beauvillier. A 3-team trade is made between the Tampa Bay Lightning, Dallas Stars, and Chicago Blackhawks. Tampa Bay Lightning get Richard Panik, TVR, and a second-round pick in 2020. Dallas Stars get Andrew Shaw and Nick Schmaltz. Chicago Blackhawks get Brock Nelson and Anton Roussel. New York Rangers resign Antti Ranta. San Jose Sharks resign Joe Thornton. Vegas Golden Knights resign Jason Demers. Arizona Coyotes sign Brian Elliott. Trevor Daley signs with the Calgary Flames. Chicago Blackhawks sign Ryan Miller. Alexander Radulov signs with the Colorado Avalanche. Carl Osner signs with the Minnesota Wild. Ottawa Senators sign Patrick Marleau. And the Toronto Maple Leafs sign Thomas Vanek. The Washington Capitals still end up winning the 2018 Stanley Cup, but this time they win in 5 games over the Winnipeg Jets. There are some major changes in standings after the 2017-2018 season. The Arizona Coyotes end up with the 2nd pick in the draft. The Detroit Red Wings have the 4th pick in the draft. The Vancouver Canucks have the 5th pick in the draft. The New York Rangers have the 6th pick in the draft. The New Jersey Devils have the 7th pick in the draft. The Dallas Stars end up with the 8th pick in the draft. The Carolina Hurricanes have the 9th pick in the draft. The Chicago Blackhawks have the 10th pick in the draft. The Florida Panthers have the 11th pick in the draft. The Colorado Avalanche have the 12th pick in the draft. The Calgary Flames have the 13th pick in the draft. The St. Louis Blues have the 15th pick in the draft. The New York Islanders have the 16th pick in the draft. The Columbus Blue Jackets have the 17th pick in the draft. The Ottawa Senators have the 18th pick in the draft. And the Anaheim Ducks have the 19th pick in the draft. The Edmonton Oilers have the 23rd pick in the draft. This pick now belongs to the New York Islanders as part of the Travis Hamonic trade. Changes in the 2018 draft. Arizona Coyotes select Andrei Svechnikov. Detroit Red Wings select Brady Tkachuk. Vancouver Canucks select Philip Zadina. New Jersey Devils select Quentin Hughes. New York Rangers select Barrett Hayton. Dallas Stars select Adam Boqvist. Carolina Hurricanes select Vitaly Kretsov. Chicago Blackhawks select Evan Bouchard. Florida Panthers select Oliver Wahlstrom. Colorado Avalanche select Noah Dobson. Calgary Flames get Ty Dellandrea. Columbus Blue Jackets draft Martin Kaut. Ottawa Senators select Liam Foundy. And the Anaheim Ducks select Jay O'Brien. New York Islanders select Ty Smith and Dominic Bach in the 2018 draft. St. Louis Blues select Grigory Denisenko and Isaac Lidstrom in the 2018 draft. Chicago Blackhawks resign Brock Nelson and Antoine Roussel. Edmonton Oilers resign Tyler Bozak and P.Mrazek. New York Islanders resign JVR and Jonathan Marchessault. LA Kings resign William Nylander. And the Toronto Maple Leafs resign John Tavares. Chicago Blackhawks sign Leo Komarov. Detroit Red Wings sign Valtteri Filppula. Edmonton Oilers sign Riley Sheahan. New Jersey Devils sign Ian Cole. Ottawa Senators sign John Moore. St. Louis Blues signed Mike Green, and James Neal signs with the Vancouver Canucks. A 3-team trade is made between the Vegas Golden Knights, Ottawa Senators, and Edmonton Oilers. Vegas Golden Knights get Mark Stone and Tyler Bozak. Edmonton Oilers get Erik Karlsson and Matt Duchene. Ottawa Senators get Clayton Keller, Damon Severson, Juha Kera, Eric Haula, Eric Brandstrom, a first-round pick in 2019, and a first-round pick in 2020. Edmonton Oilers trade Thomas Tatar and Cody Eakin to the New York Rangers for Philip Chytil, Brett Howden, and a second-round pick in 2019. Edmonton Oilers also trade Darnell Nurse and Joel Armia to the Detroit Red Wings for Andreas Athanasiou and Joe Hicketts. The Oilers also trade Cam Talbot to the Carolina Hurricanes for Michael Ferland. Montreal Canadiens acquire Kevin Hayes from the New York Rangers for Philip Deneau and a second-round pick in 2020. Then the Montreal Canadiens trade Jeff Petrie to the Calgary Flames for Rasmus Anderson and a first-round pick in 2019. New York Islanders trade Mikael Granlund and Joel Eriksson Ek to the New York Islanders for Jeff Carter and Michael Dal-Cole. Then the Minnesota Wild trade Nino Niederreiter and Charlie Coyle to the Carolina Hurricanes for Martin Necas and Warren Fogle. The New Jersey Devils trade Andy Green to the Washington Capitals for Christian Djoos and a second-round pick in 2020. Then they trade Marcus Johansson to the Dallas Stars for a second-round pick in 2020. The Boston Bruins acquire Wayne Simmons from the Philadelphia Flyers for Ryan Donato and a third-round pick in 2020. If Simmons resigns with Boston, the third-round pick will become a first-round pick. The Chicago Blackhawks trade Artem Anisimov and Brent Seabrook to the Vancouver Canucks for Chris Tanev, Brandon Sutter, and a second-round pick in 2020. Nashville Predators acquire Phil Kessel and Chad Ruhwedel from the Pittsburgh Penguins for Dante Fabro, Kevin Fiala, and a first-round pick in 2019. 2018-2019 Edmonton Oilers. The first line is Michael Ferland, Connor McDavid, and Leon Draisaitl. The second line is Taylor Hall, Matt Duchene, and Elias Lindholm. The third line is Philip Chytil, Andreas Athanasiou, and Josh Anderson. The fourth line is Riley Sheahan, Brett Howden, and Zach Kassian. The first D pair is Joe Hicketts and Erik Karlsson. The second D pair is Noah Hanifin and Travis Hamonic. Third D pair is Dennis Cholowski and Jamie Oleksiak. The third D pair is Dennis Cholowski and Jamie Oleksiak. Goalies are P.Mrazek and M.Koiskinen. This is a simulation of the 2018-2019 2019 season. In first place in the Eastern Conference are the Tampa Bay Lightning, followed by the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins. In first place in the Metro Division are the Washington Capitals, followed by the New York Islanders and the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Pittsburgh Penguins have the first wildcard spot in the Eastern Conference, and the Carolina Hurricanes have the second wildcard spot in the Eastern Conference. Missing the playoffs in the Eastern Conference are the Montreal Canadiens, Florida Panthers, Philadelphia Flyers, New York Rangers, Detroit Red Wings, New Jersey Devils, Buffalo Sabres, and Ottawa Senators. In first place in the Central Division are the Nashville Predators, followed by the St. Louis Blues and Winnipeg Jets. In first place in the Pacific Division are the Edmonton Oilers, followed by the San Jose Sharks and Calgary Flames. The Vegas Golden Knights have the first wildcard spot in the Western Conference, and the Colorado Avalanche have the second wildcard spot in the Western Conference. Missing the playoffs in the Western Conference are the Chicago Blackhawks, Dallas Stars, Vancouver Canucks, Anaheim Ducks, Arizona Coyotes, LA Kings, and Minnesota Wild. The New York Islanders and Edmonton Oilers meet in the Stanley Cup Finals, and the Edmonton Oilers win the Stanley Cup in 7 games. The 6 teams that are most affected in this scenario are the Edmonton Oilers, New York Islanders, Toronto Maple Leafs, Nashville Predators, New York Rangers, and New Jersey Devils. The Edmonton Oilers now have a core of Connor McDavid, Leon-Draisaitl, Taylor Hall, Erik Karlsson, Elias Lindholm, and Matt Duchene. The New York Islanders now have a core of Jonathan Toews, Matt Barzal, JVR, Jonathan Marchessault, Mikael Granlund, Anders Lee, and Josh Bailey. The Toronto Maple Leafs now have a core of Austin Matthews, John Tavares, Mitch Marner, Morgan Riley, Tyler Myers, Jake Muzzin, and Frederick Anderson. Pekka Rinne, Roman Josi, PK Subban, Matthias Ekholm, Ryan Ellis, Ryan Johansson, Philip Forsberg, Victor Arvidsson, and Phil Kessel. The New Jersey Devils and New York Rangers are the biggest losers in this scenario, but they are about to be rewarded in the 2019 draft. The biggest takeaway from this what-if scenario is that the Edmonton Oilers could have won a Stanley Cup already. Unfortunately, they ruined any chances of that the day they traded away Taylor Hall. Next, what if the NHL were to return to Quebec?